Hey everybody, Vader Saber 1984 here, also known as that drunk guy and his bullshit opinion, here with the one and only JT himself. And today's episode is going to be Ask the Army Man. So go ahead, without further ado, we already got a cigarette lit, even though we do that, but grab yourself a smoke, grab yourself a drink, grab onto your butts, your boobs, because here we go.
Let's talk.
All right. Without moving any edits, let's go ahead and say, what branch were you? Who were you? What did you do? Start off there.
All right, that's cool. Well, hello everybody. How y'all doing? My name is James Tyler. I'm otherwise known as JT to my family and friends. I am currently 34, but I joined the military when I was 17. Got the whole getting my family member, my mom, get to sign off to let me join and all that kind of stuff. Did that back in 2006 in my junior year of high school, doing the whole split-op program, which I don't recommend for anyone to do, by the way. Once I finished that, in between my senior year, I switched over to active duty, and I left the aviation world, which I really wasn't a part of for very long, and I went into the military police from there, and that's what I did my entire career in, was that branch of MOS, which is relatively known as the 31 Bravo.
So tell me, what was your final rank in the military?
I was a Sergeant E5.
And there is some history with your job with lineage of our family.
That there is, yes, there is.
And go ahead and explain that.
Well, I mean, our dad, for all intents and purposes, he was a cop himself.
Yep.
A lot of people will put down, military police isn't real cops, and I understand where they come from that. It's a different academy level, a lot of different things that they have to learn, just from a articulation standpoint. Mm-hmm. However, during my time in service, I did actually have to, get extra training and extra instruction just to write actual state violation notices and violation court notices and that kind of stuff when I was stationed in New York. So it goes to the point, MPs aren't real cops. However, you do end up in some situations you actually are going to have to do stuff that are with a specific state.
And how many places were you deployed or stationed at?
I was for OCONUS, or otherwise known as here in the States, or excuse me, CONUS, not OCONUS, is going to be Fort Carson, Colorado, Fort Hood, now known as Fort Cavazos. That's they just changed the whole name, if no one was ever tracking. I was at West Point. I was stationed out with that military police company, and it's actually known as the West Point Military Police Company. And then I was also part of a few operations overseas. I was overseas with the primary unit out of Fort Carson, and to Afghanistan twice.
So Afghanistan twice, and how many years did you serve overseas?
About a year, almost 2 years.
Okay. 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Okay, we're not going to get into the I saw combat, how much, blah, 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 what you did, because that's fucked up to ask. But overall, what you took from everything, just from being away from your family and going through that, what would you say that you took from all of that overall to make you the man that you are today? What would you say you took away from that?
That's
that
a
made
big
you
onion.
Come on, donkey.
Yeah, really. It's the layers of everything.
It's the layers.
A lot of it I came from. I pulled is probably just taking situations, and you go with how everything flows. You go with the flow of everything. I got told a very famous thing is, take care of the big things, or excuse me, take care of the small things, and the big things tend to take care of themselves, and that really comes into play whenever you're deployed. And you can tell. I took that mentality and kind of pushed it on to philosophy of life in terms.
Okay.
I think that's the biggest thing, because a lot of the stuff things are going to happen. You can't stop it. You will never stop it. Things in life are going to happen. You can't stop it. You're never going to stop it. So
And
I think that's the biggest thing that I probably took from my entire military career, to be honest.
and when did you finally come back? Like, when were you out of the military?
I got out of the military in 2018.
Hmm?
So 10 years and some change, with excluding my reserve time.
Okay. Now, if your body was willing and able, would you still be there today?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The only reason I actually got out is because of my body kind of crapping out on me. Over dumb shit, there's people that have gone through worse. There's people that have worse. But it got to the point to where I was going to get what's called med boarding. It was either if I tried to re-enlist or anything. So I kind of was like, hey, thanks for playing. You're done. If you re-enlist, you can, but you'll probably get med board in a year or two. So I went ahead and just finished out my contract and said, all right, I guess this isn't for me anymore.
Heard that. I got that. Hey, when you're done with the job, you're fucking done with the job. How about one thing? Do you have a funny story anytime while you're on the memory of anything? Like, one funny story that just plays out, that just really tickles your goat no matter what. Whatever happened.
There's quite a few
But the
funny stories.
biggest one that just really made you go, that was the funniest thing while I was in the military, and I will always cherish and love and laugh.
Okay, I've got one for you. It was while we were deployed. We got out of tents. We went into wooden, kind of huts, if you want to call it, for simple